I keep doing that to my VTuber. I gotta stop. I gotta really change these keybinds. Sorry, I was late today. As you can imagine, I was fiddling around with something, and I couldn't get it to fit on my face perfectly. But I still think it's fun and silly. Can you tell what the difference is today? Can you spot the difference? But thank you, Sinister, for being first, and for the hydrate. Let me take my sippies. Okay, so we're here today to play How to Break Up with Your Yandere Boyfriend. It's technically in demo, but it has endings, so I think the developer just wants to add more to it. So I'm super excited. And I feel like this is going to be a little unhinged, but let's go ahead and dive right in. See, Lua's even excited. She's already sitting on my desk staring at my screen, staring at this mess right here. All right. Type my username, Beatrice Kitty. Lua, can you move your patootie? I can't read this screen. Is there no music for this game? The settings made it seem like there was music. Or am I not doing... No, I can hear. I might have to put on some background music. I'll give it a few minutes, and if we don't get any music, I will put something on the background, because we don't want dead silence here. Let me see. Okay, so random voice goes, "Hey, Beatrice Kitty." Ah, there we go. We got the music. Woo! The sound of your name jolts you back to reality. Hold on, actually, let me lower the music a tiny bit. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. You blink, realizing you've been staring blankly at your open computer screen for who knows how long, doing absolutely nothing. Your gaze drifts to the clock on the wall, still office hours, before shifting to the person who called your name. It's your coworker, the one you've been working closely with for a while now. Unlike the person she replaced, the two of you get along surprisingly well. For a moment, you just stare blankly at the files she extended towards you. Coworker goes, "They need some last-minute changes before sending them to the client. Something about increasing the font size by a point." She mimics her boss's mannerism perfectly, coaxing a faint smile from you. As you take the files, your fingers instinctively return to the keyboard, tapping out the same monotonous rhythm as always. You still haven't talked to him, have you? Our boyfriend that we're trying to break up with? A few people pass by your desk, arguing loudly, but you keep your eyes fixed on the screen and mutter. Not yet. How much longer are you going to delay this? It won't change anything. I know, I reply. Your coworker takes a sip from her mug without lifting her hands from the keyboard, then grimaces. Thanks to your boss dragging out the meeting, the coffee's gone ice cold. You can't keep doing this. Weren't you dead set on telling him last night? She asks. You roll your eyes dramatically and exhale, knowing full well she won't see it. I tried, but in the middle of our video call, his dog suddenly started throwing up. Jesus! Poor doggo! Hopefully he didn't do that on purpose to his dog. I do not forgive animal abuse whatsoever. How was I supposed to drop a breakup on him like that? I'm not that heartless. Was it serious? Our coworker asks. You try to recall the last message your boyfriend sent you this morning. I think she swallowed something or had an allergic reaction. Those are two completely different things. Either way, I'm sure she's fine now. Soren took her to the vet this morning. Perfect opportunity! She goes, call him somewhere after work and talk. But Soren would never leave his dog alone like that. He's crazy attached with her, I retort. It'll only take half an hour. Why would a breakup take half an hour? Does that make me seem heartless? None of my breakups took that long. No way, I go. How am I supposed to explain why I'm breaking up with him in half an hour? Impossible. he will break up with a single text these days, her coworker points out. That is true. I am very lucky to have not been broken up by text. That's way too harsh, I say. Besides, he'd never accept it. Your coworker suddenly stops typing and turns to you, confused. You don't need him to accept it. Just tell him you don't feel the same anymore. Unless that's not actually the case. Your fingers freeze mid-type. Of course it is. All right, don't get mad, our coworker replies. But if you're so sure about breaking up, why keep delaying it? You swallow hard before answering, as if you've been asking yourself the same thing. Of course, this isn't the kind of question you can resolve in the middle of a workday, mid-conversation with a coworker. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not as good at breaking hearts as you are. Dang, Oh, good. Our coworker's unfazed. See? More excuses. Maybe you should reconsider. You might regret it later. No. I say resolved. I have to end it. Like I said, my feelings changed. I know how good he is to me, how devoted he is, but I can't return it. Why don't we like him? He seems hot from the title screen. What don't we like about him anymore? He's devoted to us? Say less. Say no more. Lately, I've been thinking about my ex. What? I knew the ex was involved from reading comments, but I didn't realize this was the reason. Wild. Do you think our Yandere boyfriend will kill our ex? Oh, goes the coworker. Defensive now, your voice rises slightly. Not that I want him back. It's just things were so different with him. Maybe Soren and I aren't right for each other. To your surprise, your coworker nods. That's fair. I'm sure he'll be happier with someone else too. You're right. I'll tell him today, and this time, I mean it. Just then, the files on your desk tremble slightly, startling you. Our boyfriend texted us. It takes you a second to realize it's just your phone vibrating beneath them, but the moment you see his name flashing on the screen, an odd tension coils in your chest. Your eyes dart to your coworkers. It's him. Unlike you, she looks almost excited, nudging you towards the phone. Perfect timing. Check what he wrote. An angry voice goes, whose printout is this? It got mixed with mine. Someone's grumbling by the printer, and your coworker jumps up in a hurry. Left alone, you hesitate. A part of you dreads whatever new complication this message might bring, something that could unravel your resolve. Your finger hovers before finally tapping the screen. Oh, okay. Our text messages start with, I guess, the dog issue. I keep holding my hand to the screen to point things out as if you could see. Even if I had my camera on, you couldn't see my hand on this screen. All right. Soren had texted us waiting for test results, but they said she ate something she shouldn't have. We just respond sad face. That's goes to show we don't care that much. Jesus. I'd be all up in that business. Be like, oh my God, keep me posted. Do. All right. So Soren messaged us recently. Hey, love, we finished early at the vet, so I went shopping. Got those ribs you love. Cooking a special dinner tonight. Just the two of us. What do you say? Aw. I know what the feelings aren't there. The feelings aren't there. We shouldn't lead someone on, but damn. We exhale sharply, leaning back in our chair and closing our eyes. Your coworker rushes back, papers in hand. What did he say? She asks. You glance around the office, making sure no one's paying attention, then show her the message. This is great. All you have to do is go, then explain things as kindly as possible. From what I remember at the company dinner, Soren seemed like a very reasonable, kind guy. You'll end things clean, no drama. Wait, does he work with us, or did he just tag along in a company event? I have so many questions. You have no doubt Soren is reasonable, level-headed even. And yet, the thought of having that conversation stirs an inexplicable unease in you. You can't explain why. Soren's the definition of ordinary. Dog, remote job. Oh, okay. Weekend split between bad movies and you. Funny. No surprises, no drama, just life. Oh, so she thinks Soren's boring. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay. Painfully ordinary. Maybe that's part of why you want to leave. Compared to your ex, no. You can't make that comparison yet. Not until this is over. With a quick tap of the keyboard, you reply, of course, I'll be there. The rest of the workday passes in a hectic blur, yet somehow faster than you expected. By the time you're packing up and chatting with coworkers on your way out, you realize you're in the best mood you've been in days. Wow. Yeah, she definitely needs out if she's like, I'm so excited to break up with my boyfriend. Poor Soren. Don't forget to text me updates. I'll be waiting, says our coworker. But the moment dinner crosses your mind, all your anxieties come crashing back down like a weight on your shoulders. You freeze mid-sidewalk, earning a few annoyed bumps from passerby. Oh, right. See you. Since you need to stop by your place first, you hurry into the crowded metro and pull out your phone, only to find bad news waiting. No, Soren hasn't canceled. Worse, you completely forgot to pick up your dress from the dry cleaners for your best friend's birthday party tomorrow. The text goes, we noticed you haven't picked up your dress yet. It's freshly cleaned and waiting for you at Suds and Suds. Don't forget to stop by our hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Your stomach drops as you reread the reminder text, double-checking the shop's address and hours. The dry cleaner is in the exact opposite direction of Soren's place. If you go now, you'll definitely be late for dinner. Your other option? Skip the party entirely. Why do we need to skip a party just because we don't have the dress? I'm not skipping a friend's birthday party just because I don't have the outfit I originally was wanting. What the fuck? With tomorrow's big client meeting, your boss won't give you even an hour's break, and you can't exactly show up to your friend's fancy venue in some random outfit. Yes, you absolutely can. I'm sorry. If my friends decided to skip my party, my birthday party, all because they didn't have the right outfit, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd rather you be there in fucking plastic bag than not there. I love my friends. I want them with me on my special day if they're invited. God damn. We're gonna swing by the dry cleaners because friends comes first. The weight of the impending conversation with Soren already presses down on you, but right now, more than anything, you need this. An evening with friends. A chance to breathe. You owe yourself that small mercy. Besides, Mia isn't just any friend. She's your childhood confidant. You could never abandon her on her birthday. You hop off the metro and power walk to the dry cleaners, arriving just before closing time. As you clutch the freshly cleaned dress and step back onto the street, a wave of relief washes over you. Tomorrow's party will be perfect. You'll laugh, you'll forget, you'll live. Is this live, laugh, love right here? But then it hits you. You need to text Soren. Why didn't we text him on the way? I feel like we're a bad girlfriend so far. Maybe I'm too attentive, IRL. Maybe that's just me. Okay, so he texts him, hey, running a bit late. Something urgent came up after work. A pang of guilt stabs your chest as you hit send. You should explain, but how? He doesn't even know about the party or the breakup. Now it's definitely not the time. We say hope it's okay. That's okay when we're already running late. His reply pangs instantly. No worries, babe. Don't rush. Be careful. I can come pick you up if you'd like. Aww. The message conjures a memory. Your last night out together, rushing downstairs in heels, one snapping mid-step. You'd nearly tumbled headfirst if he hadn't caught you. You bury that humiliating moment, yet he remembers. You got all of that just from him saying, don't rush, be careful? Girl. Girly pop, please. We respond to that message, thanks, but no need. I'll keep you posted. You rush home, shower in a haze, and throw on something comfortable before sliding into the waiting Uber. Of course, you don't forget to text Soren. On my way now. He responds, great babe, we're waiting for you. The word we sends an involuntary ripple of unease through you until you remember. Right, just him and his dog, like always. Do we know the dog's name? Tonight, you won't tolerate any distractions. No excuses. No turning back. Since Soren's place is quite far from the city center, you have plenty of time during the journey, and the question that has been weighing on your mind for days resurfaces once again. Is breaking up with him truly the right decision? If you were to bypass your indecisive reasoning and instead trust your feelings, just as you intend to tonight, you would find your answer crystal clear. You no longer want to continue this relationship. There is something wrong here. Something that simply feels wrong to you. Okay. If it was just him being boring, I'd be like, girl. But at the same time, if she's instinctively being like something's off about him, follow that instinct. Just then, your phone buzzes with a notification, pulling you from your thoughts. Assuming it's a message from your boyfriend, you reach for your phone, but the name that flashes across the screen makes your heart involuntarily quicken its pace. Lars? Is that our ex's name? What a weird name. Sorry if your name is Lars IRL. My bad. Your ex-boyfriend. Oh, shit. Hi, Lars. Hello? Okay. I can see why we're still thinking about him. Okay. Or rather, the ex-boyfriend who had been creeping into your thoughts more and more often lately. Why did we break up with our ex? Did he dump us? Did we dump him? Was it mutual? I have so many questions. As you read the message, an inexplicable thrill rises within you. Alright, so he messaged us. Hi, it's been a while. I hope you're doing well. Sorry if I'm bothering you. I just want to know if you're coming to the party tomorrow. Knowing Lars's fondness for crowded, lively gatherings and the fact that he shares mutual friends with Mia, whose birthday is tomorrow, you're certain he'll be there. But what puzzles you is why. After all these months of silence, his first message is about this. You have no idea. Should you respond? Your fingers hesitate over the screen, your inner voice whispering that it would be a mistake. Yet another part of you burns to know. Has he really moved on? And aches to answer him. We'll text him. We'll fight with fire. I don't know if I like Soren yet. We haven't even met him. Finally, you overcome your hesitation and let your fingers tap against the keyboard. Hi, Lars. Yeah, it really has been a while. I haven't decided about the party yet. Bitch, we just picked up our dry cleaning. What do you mean we haven't decided yet? Also, it's your friend's birthday party. Why would you not go? Truthfully, risking being late for the dinner at Soren's house just to pick up your dress from the dry cleaner, only to back out at the party, only to back out of the party at the last minute would be pure madness. Either way, there's no need for Lars to know all that. Your thumb hovers over send. Just as you're about to slide the phone into your pocket, another vibration pulses against your palm. The speed of the reply surprises you, especially considering Lars was never exactly known for being prompt when it came to answering texts. I also realized my question must have sounded stupid. Oh, he said, I don't think I read his text. He said, I understand. And then said, I also realized my question must have sounded stupid. I just figured you'd be coming with your boyfriend. And if you two were going to be there, I was thinking of skipping it. Boys playing with fire. We're playing with fire. Now I'm just as undecided as you are. There's something about Lars's messages so different from the careless, confident attitude you remember that leaves you momentarily unsure of how to interpret them. What you do understand is that he seems less interested in whether you're attending the party and more concerned about whether your boyfriend will be there. But why? A strange unease stirs inside you as you realize that, beyond you, Soren and Lars have absolutely nothing in common. Should you ask him about it? Or should you end the conversation here and focus on the last evening you'll spend with Soren? I want to fucking ask him. I'm a nosy bitch. Let's go. The gnawing pull of curiosity quickly overwhelms your hesitation, feeding your unease. Thankfully, tonight Lars seemed to have abandoned all his old habits, and he doesn't avoid giving you a clear, direct answer. So we texted him, so whether you go to the party depends on us? Yes, he responds. Or rather, I'm obviously not lumping you in with him. I just don't want to run into your boyfriend and end up ruining the night for both of us. A thought you never would have considered, something that had never even crossed your mind, suddenly surfaces. Oh, wait, does he know Soren? Oh, interesting. Something happened between you and Soren behind my back. I text him. This time, though, even though you see that Lars is online, he doesn't reply right away. Well, ... You'd be better off asking him that. What is the tea? I want to know the tea. It's not a place to interfere in your relationship. It involves us? I have so many questions. It's just thinking back to the past. Bruh, just say it in one text message. Look, I'm all for sending multiple text messages. I am a multi-texter because I don't want to send long paragraphs. But these last 4 messages could have been one. Kai. Sorry. You're going to see my model go bad for a second. I'm just going to stop my cat from scratching at the wall. Okay, I'm back. He's no longer scratching. Would you stop, bud? Yeah. He likes to scratch at the wall sometimes after using the litter box. TMI, I know. He doesn't do it always. It's random when he does it. But, this is an apartment, and I need my, not secure, yeah, my deposit back. Okay. Lars's last text was, I wish things had turned out differently. Though you know Lars was never the kind to apologize to anyone, his final messages somehow feel like an apology. If the words, I'm sorry, or I apologize aren't coming out of that mouth, it's not an apology in my opinion. I never understood the apologies that never include an I'm sorry. Like, I see it all the time where people, like, they obviously look sorry and they supposedly feel sorry and they explain their behavior, but then they never actually physically say the words, and the other person that was wronged is just like, it's okay. And I'm like, no. The forgiveness shouldn't occur until I hear the words, I'm sorry, come out, in my opinion. But I don't know. I think it's because it is difficult to say I'm sorry for some people. I mean, sometimes it is for me. I like to think I do an okay job at it if I wrong someone or do something bad. But it's still, like, never easy. And I want someone to put in that effort. Anyway, I'm off track. Let's continue. So we can admit we still miss him, or it doesn't really matter anymore. I don't know what to do. I mean, we can miss him as a friend. I know that's not what's doing. It's just, I don't know if I want to. I don't know what I want to do. Obviously, our character misses him if we keep thinking about him. So if I'm trying to play in character, I guess I could choose that option. I kind of want to say it doesn't really matter anymore because I don't know what I want to do with Soren. Like, I haven't as the player met him yet. Oh, fuck it. I'll say I miss him. Everything once lived with him, the memories, the regrets, the endless what ifs, comes rushing back to your life and your mind. Oh, we lived with him? There was a bond between you and Lars, once so passionate, thrilling, and complicated that you could never truly deny it. No matter what you did, it was a connection you could never fully break. We did not just text back me too. Oh my god, shit. The moment you hit send, the weight of what you've done crashes over you. You realize with a sinking feeling how foolish you must seem, and deep regret grips you. But it's already too late. You can see that Lars has read your message. Without waiting for a response, you shut off your phone in shame and shove it deep in your pocket, leaning your forehead against the car window as you struggle to steady your breathing. And yet, are you completely sorry for what you've done? That's a question you can't answer so easily. As you step out of the Uber, you notice that the light patter of raindrops tapping against the car window has turned into a steady downpour. Seeing how dark the sky has grown, you check the time on your phone, only to realize you're running later than you thought. The realization sends a ripple of tension through you. You pick up your pace, crossing the small garden of Soren's house, an old but sturdy-looking two-story detached home, its renovations perpetually postponed. You rush beneath the pergola at the entrance, doing your best to shield yourself from the rain. As you press the doorbell, you take a moment to notice how the neighborhood, made up entirely of similar detached houses, remains just as calm and quiet as ever, rain or not. Soon, the muffled sound of footsteps and distant dog barks pierce through the hum of the rain. Then the door swings open, and there he is. Hey, babe! Despite the difference in your heights, he leans forward just enough for you to clearly see the warm smile spreading across his face. Welcome, love. Come on in. Don't get any wetter, says Soren. Why is he wearing a... I guess it doesn't have to be a Christmas sweater, but it's very wintry. He steps aside to let you in, and as you cross the threshold, the familiar warmth of the house wraps around you. The contrast between it and the cool, damp air outside, or perhaps the weight of what's about to happen, sends a faint shiver down your spine. Just then, Soren closes the door swiftly behind you and turns to face you. I'm gonna do nothing. That's 1,000% a Crimpy sweater. Yeah, I know. I just know, like, it technically doesn't have to be a Christmas sweater, but, like, I'm literally like, why is he wearing that this time? I mean, I don't know what kind of year it is. I mean, there's no snow outside, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's not winter. Could be a place where it doesn't snow, like where I live. I'm gonna do nothing. He's also built like a Dorito. I know! I was thinking that. I was like, why is he so triangular? Look, I normally go for the dark-haired fictional characters, but despite the stupid name, Lars is looking better and better. But yeah, and why is he holding his arm like that? Anyway, it might be best to put a little distance between you and him, especially with the breakup talk still looming ahead. So instead of hugging or kissing him like you usually would, you settle for a warm smile. Unlike you, Soren leans in and presses a small kiss to your cheek, either unaware of your reserved demeanor or choosing to ignore it. I'm guessing choosing to ignore it. Okay, is it just me, though? Does his eyes look dead? They look lifeless right here. Like, they kind of creep me out. To show off that Casio watch, obviously, and to slightly flex, right? Show off those muscles through the thick sweater. But, like, his eyes look so incredibly dead. They do. He kind of is creeping me out. He honestly looked better in the title screen. I guess the thrill of the kill really brings the life to his eyes. That's his dog. That's fucking hilarious. I expected like a German Shepherd or like a pit bull or something. Got a fucking Chihuahua. Oh, love the meshes. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I was late for stream. I was trying to figure out how to pin it so it didn't like go off my face when I turned my head, but I failed. And I figured, why not leave it this way? It's funnier that way. So, can you tell I'm like a little not bored with my mod, but I'm like, I want to switch things up. So I'm just putting on a different thing every day. I'm trying to decide what asset I want to use for Split Fiction tomorrow. I feel like I gotta do something special for that, but I don't really have anything that fits the theme, I don't think. I'm gonna have to look through my assets or see if I can find some free assets online after stream today. See if I can do something else. Also, why don't we know this dog's name? That I would honestly learn this dog's name before I learn Soren's name. Oh, the changes keep it fresh. I love it. Good, I'm glad. I was like, I'm saving up for a new model, but until then, I think I'm just going to play around with assets. I got this cool, like, new outfit. His name is Patches. Probably. I got this new outfit, but I'm trying to figure out how to make it look nice without my hair, because like these front, oh, you can't see. Can I do here? Okay, yeah, see these front hairs right here, or back hairs, whatever these are. They like hide behind the outfit, and I'm trying to find a way for it to get behind this hair pieces, but obviously over my body. So I gotta play around and figure it out, or maybe find a YouTube video to help me. Cause like I want to change up the outfit sometime. Anyway, just then the dog trots over to the door where you're both standing, her tiny body trembling with excitement as she begins to growl at you with surprisingly volume for her size. Oh my god, that scared me. Not this dog actually growling at us. You notice the wet mark around her mouth and immediately understand Soren must have tried to distract her with food before opening the door, hoping to soften her mood. Okay, the dog does not like us. That's not good. But clearly she couldn't be bothered to finish her snack when the opportunity to antagonize you was too tempting. I guess I misunderstood the name thing, because it literally was like, put in your username, but I guess it meant put in like your name as the player. So it's just, I'm just going to say Leatrice instead of Leatrice Kitty. I misunderstood the question. I never had it put to me that way. So you missed Leatrice too, didn't you, Princess? Oh, God. That is not Princess. That's General right there. This is General or Captain or Commander. This dog has authority. Princess is the small, greedy, one-eyed Chihuahua mix that Soren adopted, and though he refuses to admit it, she absolutely has anger issues. Truthfully, with her temperament and the eye patch she wears, Pirate would have been far more fitting name. Oh god, that zoom made it worse a little, right? Don't mind her. She always gets a little sensitive after the vet. Oh, of course, I reply. No problem. For you know, but words. But you know damn well it has nothing to do with the vet. She's despised you from the moment you met for reasons you've never understood. Not that you can say that to Soren, who somehow still believes his princess is the sweetest, gentlest dog alive. That would be me as an owner. If one of my cats swipe at you, I'd be like, ah, they would never. Something must be wrong with you. Luckily, as long as he is around, her hatred doesn't escalate beyond bare teeth and growls. So as you both head to the living room, she settles for glaring daggers at your back. Elmio nice. Hey, my cats are cutie patooties and sweethearts. They have never once hurt me, at least on purpose. I have had scratches on my shoulder for when they try to balance on my shoulder. But beyond that, they don't attack me. They're good kitties. We'll ask about the dog's condition, because we are not heartless. Princess is completely fine, right? I ask. Oh, hold on. Can I go back? Oh, there we go. As always, his eyes soften the moment his dog is mentioned. Yes, definitely, he replies. She just ate something she shouldn't have. As you can see, she was already back to her usual self. Even though you and this tiny, angry dog don't exactly get along, you still feel relieved by his words, especially after remembering how anxious he was last night. I'm glad it wasn't anything serious, I reply. You were really worried. Soren nods, and a slightly sheepish smile pulls at the corner of his lips. I just had the most insane thought, but I feel like if Soren would, like, if Soren ever, like, killed us, Princess would eat my corpse. I don't know why I thought that, but I think that. Do you think she's scary too. Do you think I'm wrong? Without a doubt. I don't know why I had that thought process. Probably like, you know what? It looks like Princess would eat me. Soren continues, yeah, I guess I panicked thinking I might actually lose her. I might have ruined your night too. Hopefully tonight's dinner makes up for it. No, please don't say that, I respond. Our options are, will Princess be joining us for dinner too? Can you take her to another room? Accept your fate and let the dog silently judge you through dinner. I'll just accept the fate. You already know Soren would never actually shut his dog in another room. I wouldn't either. You want my cat somewhere else? Go somewhere else. Isn't that right, Bubba? Kai's looking at me like, what the fuck, Mom? So you resign yourself to this uncomfortable arrangement. After all, this is likely your last evening here. You hope you can muster enough patience to endure a few more hours of this. Girl, just break up with him now. Why sit through dinner? Just do it right now. Sinister says hi, baby boy. His tail flicked, so I'm assuming he recognizes your name. Or he's just excited that I got excited. I've noticed that if I, like, talk really fast and, like, high-pitched, like I'm, like, super hyped, he gets hyped. Like, kind of like a dog that you hype up. You know, when they get super excited, when you're excited, when you, like, hype them up. I can hype Kai up. That is super adorable. Yeah, he's cutie. I can't hype Lua up. The more I try and hype her up, the more grumpy she looks. She looks, like, so incredibly gremlin and angry. And I'm just like, I'm sorry I bothered you, ma'am. Will never happen again, ma'am. I will leave you alone, ma'am. Just then, as if reading your thoughts, he comes to your rescue. It's almost Princess's bedtime. She'll head to her bed soon. Yes, am I scared of my cat sometimes, Sinister? Yes, yes I am. Honestly, Lewis scares me more than Kai. Love them to death. But if you want me to ask who bullies me more, it's Lua. Lua bullies me a lot more. You could say Kai. You would think Kai would bully me more because he's the one that wakes me up in the morning to feed him. But outside of that, he doesn't bully me. It's just Lua. She especially bullies me when I'm going to bed. The moment you step into the living room, the mouth-watering aroma of fried ribs spills out from the kitchen, wrapping around you. Lewis sounds like Lucy, LOL, the diva of the house. Does Lucy bully you too, Sinister, or just bully her siblings? I will say Lua is the instigator in a lot of their fights. Sometimes, though, Kai will want to play with her and she doesn't want to play, and then she gets extra, like, upset spaghetti, like, starts, like, growling at him and shit, and I'm literally like, girl, just leave. He just wants to play with you. A single glance at the table tells you everything. The carefully arranged plates, the candles casting their warm glow, your favorite wine chilling in an ice bucket. It's painfully clear how much effort Soren put into this dinner, and the guilt inside you swells just a little more. How many of your exes ever cooked a meal like this for you? Better question, how many ever cooked for you at all? Not reheated leftovers, not takeout, cooked. Okay, so Lars never cooked for us? She screams at me when I'm not paying attention to her at all hours a day. It sounds like Kai, and she'll start fights with the other three. That's Lua. She sounds like a mix of both my cats. I feel like I would love Lucy. Was there even one among them who appreciated a meal you prepared? All right, fine. You'll give Lars a pass here. After all, you can't ignore the extravagant restaurants he took you to, but one thought lingers, refusing to be dismissed. Maybe the real problem isn't this relationship, but your own feelings. Yeah, I feel like we're the problem, honestly. Maybe what you should do is silence those unreliable emotions, the ones that keep dragging you into the wrong relationships, and finally listen to logic. Maybe instead of breaking up with Soren, you should be proposing to him. That is the biggest jump ever. Holy shit. You know what? I'm not sure, and I want to break up with him, but honestly, realistically, I should be proposing. Fucking what? I know! Look, I'm not against proposing. To be honest, I feel like in a relationship, like, guy, gal, or person, other person, other type of person, not that guys or gals are not people, dear God, I would propose. I feel like I'd be the one. But yeah, that logic was wild. I'm like, are we lesbians here? Is Soren secretly a woman? Like, why are we U-hauling this shit? And we're not even into him. Well, she's not into him. Or I am on the fence because, again, this is my first impression of him. Like, our character's being a Debbie Downer. I mean, it is in the title, How to Break Up with Your Yandere Boyfriend, but I didn't realize that we were going to try and break up with him right off the bat. Jesus. Okay. But why would Soren accept a proposal from someone like you? Jesus Christ, we also have an insecurity issue? Girl. He has a better job, a nicer house, a reliable car, a beloved dog, hobbies that fulfill him, and a life that seems to be going perfectly well. All right. Here, okay, first of all, we dated Lars, who you said through taking us to extravagant restaurants, he's rich as fuck. So you can't be wanting to go back together with Lars with the excuse of, oh, Soren's too good for me. And not only that, also, we definitely shouldn't be marrying him because, like, we don't like this dog. I fully believe that we don't like the animal. We should not be with the person because that animal obviously is Soren's life. Soren loves that dog. Points to him. But goddamn. Meanwhile, you have nothing but a job you constantly complain about, a few old friends, hey, weak family ties, and a bunch of trauma and debt left over from terrible past relationships. What is she, me? Jesus Christ. Now I'm hurt. Now my feelings are hurt. The only things you can offer him are your rather feeble love compared to his. Some sex, maybe a bit of charm, and a whole lot of chatter. I don't know why that made me laugh so much. Oh my god, that's fucking funny. Only a little bit of sex, not a lot of sex. No, you're not being too harsh on yourself. You just want to remind yourself of a truth. That's all. Unlike your previous partners, you never understood what exactly keeps him in this relationship. Could this be what they call true love? No! What the fuck do you... Where do you get true love from? Honestly, you really don't think so. Thank God. Our character's so delulu. Whatever it is that draws him to you, you're sure it's something that could fade, run out, or diminish at any moment. If that happens later, it'll be even worse for both of you, so the best thing to do is end it now. You quickly jump in, trying to come up with an excuse for your unusually long silence caused by your thoughts. Everything looks amazing, I say. Even such a simple phrase is enough to make his eyes light up. I'm so glad you like it, he says. The food is almost ready. Do you need any help? I ask. No need, darling. I got it. Please just sit and relax for a bit. You must be tired from trying to make it in time for dinner. You'd forgotten all about being late since he hasn't said a word about it until now. But now, even the subtle remark from Soren is enough to unsettle your peace. What little of it may still be left. You quickly begin crafting several possible explanations in your head for why you were late. Ones that don't involve the birthday party tomorrow, and that he is unlikely to question. He didn't ask for an excuse. We don't need to give one. He's not the principal. Not that we really need to come up with an excuse. Just tell him you wanted to pick up some dry cleaning. You don't even need to say what the dry cleaning's for. But he doesn't give you a chance to lie. After checking on his dog, who has now gone to her bed in the corner, Soren smiles at you and disappears down the hallway. See, he doesn't give a shit. Potentially, unless he already knows where we went. Is he the kind of yandere that stalks us? That tracks us? Does he have a tracker on our phone? We'll see. While you wait for him, maybe you could do something. We can stay in the living room or go into the kitchen. Let's go in the kitchen. Even though Soren didn't ask for your help, you feel it wouldn't be right to just sit back and relax while you prepare something for you in the kitchen. Besides, it's your last evening together. I don't even know why we're staying for dinner. We should literally just break up with him right now. Like, right this second. There is no reason to drag it out. Of course, the presence of the dog, still curled up in bed, yet clearly alert, might have also influenced your decision. As his footsteps fade down the hallway, you leave the living room and follow him into his spacious, airy kitchen. Nothing like the small, open kitchen in your studio apartment. The moment you step inside, You're startled by the sight of the kitchen table already lined with mezes, salads, and other dishes. Soren, really, you didn't need to go through all this trouble, I say. He, standing at the counter with his back to you, turns his head at the sound of your voice. You told me lately you've been skipping meals because of work. We need to take care of your nutrition, darling. I don't want you getting sick. Okay. This is a me thing, not a game thing. I don't think he's wrong to say darling. I don't like that word. Like IRL too. I've never liked it in a book. I've never liked it in a movie or show. I've never had someone call me darling to my face, so I can't say that, but I feel like it would give me the ick. I don't know why. I don't mind. I like sweet, sweetie, honey, babe. Kind of an offense. I don't know about that. But like, I would prefer babe to darling. But like, I don't know. I don't like darling for whatever weird reason. Random, I know. Oh, I just say in response. You can't even remember when you said that to him. Probably just slipped out during one of your usual phone rants about how your boss dumps all the work on you. Yet somehow, he always seems to care more about the things you say than even you do. And I get that one. It feels very dated. Yeah, and I also feel like it only works in certain sentence structures. Like, hey, darling, works. But, like, past that, I feel like it just sounds weird in a sentence. I just feel like there's way better other nicknames or pet names or, I don't know, cute names. I don't know. Not that I really use them in the first place. Your voice quivers slightly as you speak. That's very thoughtful. Thank you. Don't mention it, darling. See, yeah, like it just, I feel like it just doesn't fit there. Yeah, if he just replaced that with sweetie or like something else, babe wouldn't work because I feel like that does not work well with whatever fucking Jack's sweater situation's going on. But like something else would have been better. Especially when he looks like a Ken doll. It's weird. I know! He's like a jacked Christmas Dorito right now. And I'm just like, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Soren continues, you know I always enjoy doing things for you, so don't worry about anything tonight. Just enjoy it. I'm gonna offer to help him. Driven by a definite need to ease your guilt, you jump in. I want to help. I can chop those spinach leaves, for example. He lifts his head from the bowl he's mixing ingredients in and glances at the bunch of spinach you point to, smiling. I think we already have enough spinach for the salad, darling. Stop it. Just having you here is enough for me. Bruh. Honestly, minus the darling, I would melt. Being like, I just like your presence. Well, fuck me, I guess. I'm staying. But if you really insist, I'd appreciate it if you could tidy up a bit, especially if you could put those spinach leaves back in the fridge before they spoil any further. Oh, of course, I reply. No, LOL. No! You don't want me to be with the Ken Christmas Dorito Yandere? I don't like the ASMR shit in this game. That water freaked me out. Liquid thing. I don't know. Absolutely not LMAO. Well, I may not have a choice unless we figure out how to break up with him. Maybe we'll end up back with Lars. Though, honestly, I think this girl needs a tried and true break and just to be single. You're relieved to have something to do, and you begin putting away the items that have been used in the meal prep and then forgotten. At the very least, you hope that after everything is over and you leave his house, you'll have shortened that painful phase when Soren cleans up and feels like all his effort was for nothing. That's a lot of knives. You need to end it permanently. Are you threatening me? Bitch. I don't know if I can safely with all these knives here. Meanwhile, your eyes are drawn to a small pile of knives stacked haphazardly at the far end of the table. They're clearly large, broad, and sturdy. No doubt about that. Are we still talking about knives here? Like, why did we describe them like that? Why? Why do we go out of way and be like, I've never looked at a knife set and be like, yeah, those are some large, broad, sturdy knives right there. Got some heft to them. These knives are thick and girthy. Yep. Jesus fucking Christ. It reminds me of the, I don't know if you've seen his videos, but there's this EMT on TikTok that people tag him in on like the questionable videos. So like people like pretending to make a joke about putting them up, you know what? And it made me think of him. Yes, he's so funny. He is very funny. I'm like, with our comments, I'm like, do you think I should message him and be like, what about a knife with a nice girthy handle? Oh my god. See, these games ruin my mind. They make me turn to mush. Oh my fucking god. But you can't quite imagine what they'd be used for in a normal kitchen. What do you mean? That's obviously a bread knife right there. Like, I know my knives a little bit. These all would fit in a kitchen. Even in just a regular household kitchen. Goes to show our character doesn't cook. I don't even cook and I know this. And despite how solid they look, how hefty and girthy they look, the knives seem quite old. Judging by their worn handles and dull sheen, they've definitely been used many times. You know what for. Even without leaning in too close, you can smell the harsh scent of cleaning chemicals that's clinging to them. Yeah, let's ask him about the knives. The big, hefty, sturdy knives. Unable to contain your curiosity, you call out to him, who still has his back to you. What are those knives for? I ask. Why does he look shocked? This is the first time his eyes widen like this. Bruh. Caught off guard by the sudden question, he turns towards you with the pan still in his hand. Is he not a capable murderer if he's shocked that we ask about knives? Huh? He goes. Oh, those are my grandfather's butcher knives. They are not butcher knives, but okay. When he closed the shop, he sold most of the large tools and machines, but he kept the knives because he loved them. You lightly touch the sharp edge of one of the blades with your finger. Why the fuck are we touching sharp objects? I'm sure you can already tell. But this girl is frustrating me. She's been frustrating me since the very fucking beginning. Why the fuck are we touching shit? Especially dangerous shit. They still seem pretty sharp, I say. Do you often use them? He chuckles softly and returns the pan to the stove. Why are you laughing about that? That's suspicious. Soren goes, they still come in handy from time to time, sure. But mostly, I just clean them now and then and keep them for sentimental reasons. Let me handle them, sweetheart. You might hurt yourself. See, I like the sweetheart there. That's better. I approve. You're right. I'm clumsy enough as it is. Yeah, you don't want to trust me near sharp objects either. I once cut myself so bad on a pizza cutter, I had to go to urgent care and they had to surgically glue the wound closed. Not to be gross. I still have the scar on my pointer finger. The scar on my thumb's kind of faded. That one wasn't as bad. My pointer finger, though, yeah, the scar's still there. And I can still feel it from time to time. So, yeah, I fucked up that finger. But yeah. I'm not allowed near sharp objects. Heeding his warning, you back away from the kitchen. Well, words. You back away from the knives and open the fridge door to put away the last few items from the table. As you do, your attention is drawn to the top shelf, packed with plastic wrap packages of meat. It's clear you recently stocked up, but there's a problem. Only a few packages seem store-bought. Is he a cannibal? Or does he just go hunting? Most of them don't have any kind of label indicating date, type, or weight. A chill runs down your spine. I mean, if he's a hunter, what does that matter? What if the mouth-watering smell filling the kitchen right now is coming from one of those packages? This girl 100% thinks he's a killer. She's like, something feels off about him. Feels unease about knives and unease about this mysterious meat. I'm like, girl, get out of the fucking house. Where'd you get this meat, Soren? I ask. I don't see any dates on them. Can't stop your voice from trembling slightly. They're fresh cuts from a butcher I trust, he replies. There's absolutely nothing to worry about, sweetheart. Why did he switch? Oh, now I'm suspicious that he switched to sweetheart. He started off with darling, and now he's exclusively calling us sweetheart. I know it's an improvement, at least to me, but like, why? I'd never poison you, he goes. You're always safe with me. Why would he need to point that out? Like, what? Now I'm doubly suspicious. That's not what I meant, I respond. Your cheeks flush involuntarily, and you feel embarrassed, as if a secret had just slipped out. The memory's still fresh. Your mother, who was never fond of your cooking or taking care of you and your sister, once poisoned you with expired food while trying to prove something to your constantly criticizing father. That's terrifying. It was something you never told anyone, not even Soren. Trying to brush it off and move past the odd moment, you say the first thing that comes to mind. You've definitely been eating a lot of meat lately. That's a weird thing to say. I would never comment on someone's, like, food intake. Soren responds, just trying to stick to my diet with the new weight training I've started. So tell me, do you think it's paying off? Oh, we getting flirty. I doubt I can give a proper answer with that sweater on. Tee-hee. Like, rawr. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. Holy shit. We're moving on. The words slip out before you can stop them, and you immediately regret your thoughtless remark, but his response catches you more off guard. Look, he's blushing. I'm blushing. I could take it off if you'd like. Okay, Ken. As your gaze shifts to him, you catch something intense in his eyes, and you feel a rush of heat start in your belly and spread through your body. Oh, God. You haven't had smexy time with him since the thought of breaking up first crossed your mind. The period had been unusually long for you, yet you never thought of it as strange. Soren has always been more reserved and understanding than your previous boyfriends, and intimacy was never a big part of your relationship. Oh, I like that. I like that. As an ace girly. Hello, Lulu. Welcome. Oh my gosh. Ow. Okay, that's my shoulder. Owie. Owie. Okay. Oh, okay. Good. Good girl. Ow. Ow. Good. Good girl. Okay. My neck will be bent for the next couple hours, considering she's on my shoulder. Apologies. But now you notice he's weighing more forward than ever. Oh my gosh. How about after dinner? Of course you can't break the news to him right here and now, so you have no choice but to postpone it. You have to bring up the issue during dinner, otherwise your impulses might take advantage of his boldness and muddle everything. And it wouldn't be the first time. Every time you caught Lars cheating... Never mind, I don't like Lars. He cheated on us? We miss him and he cheated on us? Girl, I have some self-fucking respect. Never mind. I regret telling Lars we miss him. Jesus fucking Christ. Ewy. Anyway, every time we caught Lars cheating on us, we'd repeat to ourselves that this was the end and be completely determined to cut all ties. But then, when he showed up at our door sometime later saying he just wanted to talk, that resolve would take its first hit. Ugh. I don't fuck with cheaters. Letting him inside would be the irreversible mistake that erased it altogether. Luckily, he had at least enough decency to eventually leave you himself, breaking the humiliating cycle and making you feel like a total fool. Anyway, there's no use thinking about those days anymore. You swallow hard, trying to smooth the crack in your voice. Hey! Hi, Anxious. How are you? Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. Oh my gosh, 3 months. 3 is my favorite number. I think it's my lucky number. So you have subbed the perfect amount of time. And we have an ad break that I couldn't snooze, but that's okay. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to chill. I don't need a break. I'm having so much fun. How have you been? I feel like it's been forever. I hope you've been well. I hope you've been keeping... It's fine. I feel like we're going to get to the good part soon. Right now, I'm starving, I say. I still don't get why we're trying to sit through dinner to break up with him. Oh no! Is it my internet? Just in case, it's me. Am I the problem? I'm probably the problem. It says I'm connected. Don't mind me yawning. I'm tired. I'm always tired. You think you fixed it? Can you hear me, friend? Anyway, hi. Do you like my wandering mustache? Isn't it adorable? Isn't it cute? I wanted to be a little silly tonight. And I'm trying to decide what asset to wear tomorrow for Split Fiction, so we'll see. Did I read this? I don't think I read this. Beautiful. It's better than mine, some would say. No. Could never be more beautiful than yours. But thank you. Thank you. Taking the compliment. How are you doing? I hope you've been well. We're just trying to break up with this boy toy right here. Our boyfriend, who from the title of the game we know is a Yandere, but our character does not know that. She wants to break up with him to get back with her cheating ass fucking ex, which I'm so pissed off about. But that's just me. I don't fuck with cheaters. Not real or real. Fiction or not. That's a word. I couldn't think of fiction. Doing good, just been working. How's it goes with you? Doing better since your eye stuff, I think it was. I am doing better. So what happened was, it's kind of fucking embarrassing what happened, Anxious. So I work farmers markets every Saturday. They're outdoor farmers market. The last market was really windy. Well, technically 2 markets ago at this point. But it was really windy and something got in my eye and I was like, oh, well, it doesn't hurt. Like, I'll get it out when I get home. I forgot about it because it was like uncomfortable. But like, I mean, I don't blink a lot. I don't have dry eyes. So when I'm home all day, I don't really notice it. So I kind of like kept forgetting about it. ADHD, I blame. And then it finally started to hurt. And I was like, this isn't good. So I went and bought eye drops. I bought like an eye flushing solution. Nothing I did could get this item out. And I noticed it was stuck to the color part of my eye. And so I was like, I feel like I need to call a doctor. So I called the doctor and they were booked fully this week. I know, right? Oof. They were booked fully this week, but the doctor actually wanted me to get me in right away once they heard the issue because they were like, you might get an infection or it might affect your eyesight. We better get you in. Yikes, no thank you. Exactly, no thank you. So they took me in. I just decided to like take the whole week off. I really didn't need the whole week off of streaming. I just decided to take it off because I was just like over life, if you know what I mean. I was like, fuck this shit. So $200 later, the doctor had got, it was literally like a grain of sand. Got the grain of sand out of my eye. It did scratch my eye, but like not noticeable. Like you could not see it if you looked at me. And I just needed to put in eye drops 3 times a day for the next few days. So I'm good. I'm fine. I'm healthy. Physically healthy. Mentally, I don't know. But I'm physically fine. I appreciate you checking in on me. Yeah, I'm doing better. I appreciate that. Yeah, so that was wild. I was literally like, I'm sure I can make it to stream still. And then I'm literally like, you know what? I'm just gonna chill. I'm just gonna cancel the week and relax. I'm just gonna go on vibes. And now I'm back better than ever. My eye doesn't hurt. I don't need the eye drops anymore. And I'm vibing. Dang, I'm glad you're doing better. Thank you. It was funny. Like, not the doctor. The receptionist was like, what did you do to get something in your eye? And I was like, exist. I wear glasses too, IRL, which is crazy. So I'm literally like, this fucking grain of sand got under my glasses into my eyeball because I don't take my glasses off. So I'm literally like, wow. Some entity was really trying to ruin my day. Really trying to ruin my week. Dang, I'm glad you're doing life. Yeah, it's just life. But we're good. We're Gouda. I just had a brain fart. Don't mind me. I was going to say something and now I don't remember. But yeah, we're vibing. It's fine. I'm fine. Praying that it does not happen again. I could not live with the embarrassment of being like, hey guys, something else got stuck in my eye. Soren continues. Then let's make sure you're nice and full first, darling. Ugh, he went back to darling. Ew. Fun fact, I don't like the pet name darling or term of endearment. Darling annoys me. Glad to hear it. Don't want to damage the mustache. Exactly. Yesterday during stream, I had a cute little eye mask that said Sleepyhead on it. I'm trying to see what thingy I should have for tomorrow with Split Fiction. I gotta see if I have any fantasy elements or sci-fi elements. Googly eyes? I don't know if I have an asset for that. I'll have to see if I can find one. I'm trying to be very good on spending money right now, so I can't buy anything, but maybe I can find a nice googly eye VTuber asset. That'd be so funny. That'd be hilarious. I would absolutely love that. As we follow Soren into the living room, all we can do is pray that for once luck is on our side. Your final dinner with Soren begins like any other, despite the tension churning inside you. As the scent of the warm lamb chops he's just served reaches your nose, you realize you're actually hungry. This is so dumb. I know I'm broken record right now. I know I am. But like, I don't know why we just don't break up with him. Why do we have to sit through dinner? But anyway, cat keys walking on keyboards. So if I say random stuff, that's why. Oh my god, that's okay, first off. But second of all, that reminds me of this one time when C Critters or CC was still streaming. I had them up on the side and I was doing something. I don't remember what I was doing. I think I was doing like some kind of like assignment for work or whatever. I was doing something late. And all of a sudden I randomly hear CC, because I'm not paying attention to the screen. I'm just listening. I'm not paying attention to chat. And all of a sudden I hear CC go, Leatrice, are you okay? And I look up and Lua was on the corner of my keyboard and she just kept sending like AWER over and over and over again. And I literally think Lua sent like 20 chat messages in chat. oh my god, Cece, I am so sorry. It was Lou. I was not paying attention. And Cece's like, it's fine. I figured it was a cat thing, but I just want to make sure you were okay. I was so embarrassed, y'all, because Cece's chat was actually not that it never is, but it was like the one particular stream where it was hopping like no tomorrow. So I'm literally interrupting. I'm literally spamming this chat with nonsense while there's like 6 other people trying to talk to Cece. I felt so bad. It was hilarious though. So anyway, long story short, I understand. It happens. Soren takes a seat across from us at the table and offers an encouraging smile. Indy will just sit on the escape key and it drives me insane. Oh, I get that. What both Lua and Kai like to do, they've learned they don't go on my keyboard as often now because they know it upsets me. So now they just lay. I use a wired mouse. They lay on the wire. And I'm like, bruh, I need to move my mouse. Please. Luckily, if I'm doing a visual novel, I don't really need to move my mouse too often. But if I have to do a multiple choice question to move the game forward, I'm like, trying to move the mouse inch by inch. Oh my gosh, crazy. But that drives me insane. And I'm like, I know I probably should switch to a wireless mouse, but I, for some reason, feel like the wired mouse works better. It's probably just my imagination, but I feel it does better for me. He's really cycling all the terms of endurance. He's called us darling, sweetheart, and now love. Soren goes, please try it, love. I hope you'll like it. After everything he's done to prepare this for you, there's no way you could refuse. There is, actually. We're gonna hurt his feelings anyway by breaking up with him. Just fucking do it. He somehow opened the calculator. Didn't know I had a shortcut for that. Nice. That's funny. You pick up your fork under his attentive gaze and bring one of the pre-sliced pieces to your mouth. You don't need to be a gourmet to know this is perfection. The crispness of the outside, the tenderness of the juicy center, the way every spice is balanced just right. Thank God I had dinner before this. You've always known he was skilled in the kitchen, but this is flawless. See, I don't think I could ever break up with someone that cooks for me. For realsies. Like, I hate cooking. I'll bake for you. I fucking hate cooking. Like, hell yeah. Oh, also the reason why this says Leatrice Kitty in the corner here was because I was dumb and misunderstood the question. The question was like, put in your username here. So I was like, oh, is this going to be partially an online thing? So I put in my username, but I guess they just meant my name for the character. Me as the user. So pretend that just says Leatrice right here. I did not name my character Leatrice Kitty. It was supposed to be just Leatrice. Absolutely perfect, I say. I've never had anything like it in my life. He doesn't just react to the compliment itself. What satisfies him is what he sees in your face, in your eyes. Even the soft glow of the candlelight, you can tell the emotion welling up behind his gaze. Smiling, he leans forward to refill your wine glass. I'm so glad to hear that, love, he replies. For the next minute or so, the only sounds are the rain tapping against the window and your utensils against the plate. Even Princess is absent, his dog, that hates us. That also gives us a creep. Princess should be called the General. It's a Chihuahua mix. Granting you both a moment of rare privacy. I'll just continue eating. Your gaze drifts towards the window, noticing the rain outside has picked up. The thought of car journey in this weather begins to feel more and more unappealing. Besides, you're not exactly eager to leave this warm, peaceful home and return to your own small but chaotic studio apartment. This girl's so selfish. She's like, I gotta break up with him, but now I don't want to because I don't want to drive home in the rain and I don't want to go back to my sad, lonely studio apartment. Goddamn, girl. Make up your fucking mind. The scariest dog among us. For real. Honestly, Chihuahuas are terrifying. Any small dog is terrifying to me. I'd rather deal with a pit bull any day over a chihuahua. And not only that, this chihuahua only has one eye. It wears an eye patch. You said the breakup conversation can wait a little longer. Jesus fucking Christ. To be continued. Okay. Interesting. We didn't even get to the juicy bits for this demo. So sad. It's fine. It's fine. I wanted to know more. Pit bulls are so nice if they trained right, but that's really any dog. Pit bulls are adorable. My brother used to have a pit bull named Tank. And Tank used to be, it was the calmest dog. He was a lap dog. He was so funny. He tried to climb to your lap, and I'm like, Tank, you're killing me. You're killing me. And it was just, but he was also afraid of thunderstorms, and he'd just shake really, he would just shake, and I would feel so bad, and I want to hug him and stuff. He passed away, I think a year or two ago. It's been, I don't remember exactly when, but it was just so cute. I miss him. But yeah, he was a good doggo. I guess maybe the full version isn't out. I thought it was out because from the way the page, the actual like download page says, it's like the safe for work full version of the game is free. But I guess maybe it's not out. So okay, that's fine. I have other games we can play. I have other games. Hold up. We can finish the, oh, my eyes. Actually, this is perfect. We know what we could do. We could do the other demos I didn't get to last night. New game. Yeah, we're going to get to the other demo I didn't get to do. So yesterday was supposed to be demo night. One demo took me 2 hours. And so we didn't get to finish. I had a list of 4 demos. We got through 1.5. I won't start the half of the one we didn't finish because because I don't want to start in the middle of the game. But we can do this game called Your Blade, My Heart. It's a demo for a game where you date a silver fox knight. Wrong one. And I'm down for a silver fox. Let's go. Or actually, you know what we could also do? The other option is, hold on, let me pull up this other game. The other option, I'll let y'all decide, is called Killer Traits. It's another Yandere game. It's also just a demo. So we can go Yandere or Silver Fox Knight. What do we think? What do we think? Let me see. Actually, let me see if I can pull up the, okay. Killer Traits. Yandere? Okay, we'll do Killer Trait. We'll do that one instead. That was also on the list. Yes, I want to run this game. Computer. They're like, this could be a virus. And I'm like, I trust anything from itch.io. I probably shouldn't, but I do.